Nasdaq futures. And Asian markets were mostly lower today after the U.S. Fed Reserve stuck to a hawkish bent overnight and U.S. metals price tumbled. Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index ended down 0.05% at 24,683.88. On the mainland, the Shanghai Composite shed 0.26% to 3,127.29, and the Shenzhen Composite lost 0.28%. In South Korea, the Kospi ended up 0.93% at a record close of 2,240.26 after being closed on Wednesday. Japan's markets were closed for the Greenery Day holiday. Now we're staying with the markets, but this time at the Forex segment here in Nigeria, where the central bank says authorized dealers were able to subscribe to $65.94 million out of the $100 million offered at the interbank wholesale transactions concluded on Wednesday. The CBN also offered another $150 million to be auctioned at the wholesale windows of the interbank market. Now, with this development, experts are of the opinion that the value of the naira is sure to further strengthen against the other international currencies. Well, let's get a sense of how these latest developments are playing out at the currency market today. And I'm being joined by FX dealer with UBA, Chuka Nwachukwu. Thank you so much for your time, Chuka.
Thank you very much.
And so the CBN offered $100 million yesterday at the interbank wholesale transactions, but dealers only subscribed to $64.94 million. Does this mean there is enough forex to meet people's needs?
Yes, CBN is actually doing enough in terms of supplying the market with dollar. Apparently, why the subscription wasn't as much as the offer was also partly due to liquidity issue some banks are experiencing. But by and large, CBN is doing well to ensure that all demands have been met.
So what's the likely implication of this development on the naira?
Well, I think it's a short-term issue. I'm sure that CBN is also looking at it as well, because CBN, from all indications, are determined to ensure that the both sides of currencies demands are well taken care of. So I don't think it's a long-term issue. I don't think it's a problem that the market should be too worried about. I'm sure that all that will be sorted out.
So tell us, where are we likely to see the naira close today on both the parallel and the interbank segment?
For the interbank market, CBN has also continued to intervene. They've shown the intent to meet customers' demands as well. So we expect that the interbank market will hopefully close at the CBN intervention rate, which is around 0.5 levels. On the parallel market end, CBN has also continued to do a wonderful job at that end. They've also shown an indication that they are going to continue to meet the demand on the parallel market. They are continuing with the $20,000 offer to the BDC, and that's be pushing the effect of the demand at that end.
Well, Chuka, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us. Chuka Nwachukwu is FX dealer with UBA. Well, staying with the forex market now, the Group Chief Executive Officer of Pan-African lender Ecobank Group, Ade Adeyemi, on Thursday defended the foreign exchange policies and actions of the Central Bank of Nigeria, saying the regulator is on course as addressing the challenges of the market. In an interview on Bloomberg Television from the World Economic Forum for Africa holding in Durban, South Africa, Mr. Adeyemi says the CBN is in the best position to decide FX management issues based on facts available to the financial regulator. Speaking to the ongoing restructuring in Ecobank, the CEO says the lender has stopped its Pan-African expansion program and now consolidating. Mr. Adeyemi says part of the consolidation exercise may include trimming physical branch network in Nigeria and reposition the bank's processes more in line with digital technology now in vogue around the world. The Securities and Exchange Commission has restructured the board of directors of Ikeja hotels listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. A new chairman and executive director have been appointed to pilot the affairs of the troubled hospitality company for 3 months. A statement from the SEC today says the move is necessary to save the hotel from total collapse and bring good governance as well as save shareholders' funds in the company. And in South Africa, private sector activity contracted for the first time in 9 months in April as new export orders continued to decline and growth remained marginal in Africa's most industrialized economy. The Standard Bank Purchasing Managers Index compiled by markets edged lower to 50.3 from 50.7 in March. It remained above the 50 mark, dividing expansion from contraction for the 8th month in a row, even though a majority of the PMI sub-indexes showed a decline. Standard Bank says the output index fell to 49.6 after remaining above 50 since September 2016, and that's due to slow sales, economic and political uncertainty. And Ghana is considering reducing prices for the cocoa beans it sells to local grinders in a bid to boost processing volumes and create more employment. According to the Ghana Cocoa Board, the country plans to raise local processing to 50% of national bean output from 20% currently. The chairman of the board, Mr. Hakman Owusu Ayemang, told journalists in Accra that government plans to do a cost-benefit analysis and consider some discount so the processors can buy the main crop to ensure that they process at full capacity. Ghana has about 12 cocoa processing companies with an installed capacity that is estimated to total about 400,000 metric tons, or about half the country's average harvest over the last 3 years. Business Incorporated returns in just a moment. Please stay with us.